In an era where crimes against women, specifically in relationship situations, is becoming more and more commonplace to talk about, you are seeing more and more people actually speak out when it comes to them facing situations of domestic abuse, sexual assault, violence, and the like. And the latest footballer who happens to be caught up in a similar case is Manchester United star Antony. Now, he's been caught up in a situation with an ex-girlfriend of his wherein she has actually filed a police report against him, and the charges, let's say, are pretty serious, and to make things worse, it's not a one-time thing either. So in this video, we'll be talking about what exactly are the charges that he's facing, what were the incidents where he was allegedly caught up in domestic violence wherein he was the abuser, it is worth noting, not the abuse, and how it is that a club like Manchester United has unfortunately found itself in a similar situation wherein a player, either of the past or of the present, finds themselves in such a problem and such an issue. So that's what we're going to be talking about in this video. Before that, let's first talk about what exactly are the issues that are facing. First off, he's been accused of multiple cases of domestic violence. Police complaint has been filed by his ex-girlfriend in Sao Paulo, who's also seeked police protection, saying that she doesn't feel safe in public because there is a fear that there will be more attacks coming from the Manchester United winger. In fact, she has pretty much cut off all contact with Antony up until this point, and it is worth noting that the charges, they don't really sound all that great, because again, if what's alleged is even partly true, it's a pretty harrowing picture for not just the victim, but also unfortunately for Antony to be caught up in a situation wherein he's pretty much thrown away everything over, well, let's see what the incidents are. The first incident allegedly took place in July of 2022, and that was the first time it happened. It happened in Sao Paulo. There was another incident thereafter in May 2023, which was actually pretty public because it happened in England, and it happened during a weekend when Manchester United were playing Bournemouth. Thereafter, there have been two more other incidents which also took place in England. So really, it is a case of pretty much being a pattern for Antony at this point. And that's unfortunate really, because as I said, it's unfortunate not just for the victim who's involved here. It is unfortunate, or a rather sticky situation for the club, Manchester United. How so? Well, because this isn't the first time in recent history that the club have been caught between a very awkward situation, let's say. Don't forget, it was not too long ago that Mason Greenwood was potentially facing charges of sexual assault, domestic violence, and the likes. And then eventually, after a few witnesses pulled out, it became clear that the case would not go to trial. However, Ryan Giggs, a former Manchester United player, a legend of the club, was on charge for multiple cases of coercive behavior and domestic violence as well. Then too, the club were forced to actually speak out. So far, there has been no response from either the club, the manager, anyone in the hierarchy, or even the player himself. But again, as I said, it's not an easy situation for the club to find themselves in, because whatever else you want to say about Manchester United, you may have differing views on them based on, let's say, your fan allegiances, but the club have never actually been hesitant to take action. Don't forget, Mason Greenwood was pretty instantly suspended once it became clear the gravity of the situation that he found himself in. Ryan Giggs too was someone who, was given a full-on trial, but eventually, again, that was a whole different complicated situation, which the club once again found themselves in. What exactly will happen here? Well, we don't really know, but as I said, it's hardly an ideal situation, and one would hope that now it's reached a point that a police trial it's reached the point of a police complaint being filed, rather, that the due processes are followed, and that if he's guilty, then, let's say he's punished to the full extent of the law, and that Manchester United too will take whatever necessary action is needed. We hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, you can let us know by liking it, sharing it with your friends. Don't forget also to subscribe to the channel, tap that bell icon, leave us a comment as well. Also follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and don't forget to download the AajTak app as well. Plus, if you're already on the channel, go ahead and check out some other videos that we've done. For now, from my side,